Hello, everybody. Welcome to Module 4, Collaborator Module. We know that each module had a main developer, so this time we're bringing you to Michel Singh, the current Chief Technical Officer of eCampus Ontario. But at the time when he made this the module, he was just a lowly program manager like me. He's from La Cité College in Ottawa. Welcome, Michel. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Thanks, Terry. And you filled in pretty nicely when I left the PM's position, right? So
Oh, thanks.
Congrats to you. And I feel like the PM's position is probably the one, the most important one at eCampus Ontario. Right. And after that, Chief Technology Officer. So yeah,
I said it wrong, sorry.
I'm Chief Technology Officer here at eCampus. I was a faculty member for 20 years at Collège La Cité, which is a francophone college in Ottawa, Ontario. There's two francophone colleges, one in Sudbury and one in Ottawa. Through my teaching career, I went through different roles and responsibilities, and one of those roles and responsibilities was doing professional development with my peers. That's where I really got into doing some stuff like Extend and building learning opportunities for my colleagues. So when I took on the program manager's position at eCampus Ontario, was excited about building these Extend modules.
Excellent.
All right, and I'm Alan Levine, and I'm Terry's partner here.
I forgot to introduce you.
That's
sorry.
okay, Terry. We don't need introductions, but it's great to have you here, Michel. And I guess when you were handed or you took on the collaborator module, like you know, where did you start from? What was your intent to say, like, okay, I gotta like develop a module about the idea of collaboration? What was your starting point, and what did you hope to do with it?
Yeah, so a couple of things on that. I mean, I think my starting point was kind of reflecting back on how my career kind of progressed through time, and the fact that collaboration was super key for me in terms of learning and in terms of shifting my career. So when I moved from a computer IT specialized faculty position to a professional development position with my colleagues, I took up to Twitter, and that became kind of the facilitator for me to learn a lot of stuff. And I felt like that those collaborations were key in terms of moving forward, in terms of learning, and in terms of being able to share. And to this day, I still use it a lot, and I feel like it's my peer, right? It's my go-to resource. So one of my objectives was to kind of build on that and try to share that with the different folks that would be going through Extend. So that was kind of my intent. And the other thing was, it was interesting when we were 4 program managers around a table working with Simon Bates' model and kind of looking at who would be doing what, right? I felt really compelled about the collaborator module and where great ideas come from book. And there were some great stories in there about collaboration and about how people can work on early days ideas and grow them and make something great about it, right? So those were kind of the reasons why I felt compelled about building that module.
Very cool. What was just a bit about the process you followed to make the module come to life?
So I mean, I really wanted to share with people and highlight some of the resources that were key to me, right? So one of the things I really wanted to do is build it so that I was able to kind of share a little bit of my story and hopefully at the same time share it with others. So that's why you'll see some YouTubes of Alec Koros or George Siemens or stuff like that. These people were very inspiring to me. So and are great collaborators as well, right? So I felt I need to put them in so that I can share with others. So my process was really much about trying to showcase why collaboration and sharing is so valuable and so powerful, right? So that was kind of the starting point, and then kind of hand it over to experts, making sure that those experts would kind of rehash the same message with their words and inspire people at the same time.
Great. Cool. And now having like the module done and nicely packaged and then see people use it, are there things that you might want to change or add to it now that you see people collaborating, being collaborators?
Well, I mean, I think there's a couple of things in terms of improving it. I think things with time are shifting a little bit. So there's definitely some stuff that could be improved. One of the things I would like is to be able to include some extenders in the module, right? So there's something powerful to the fact of collaboration to kind of see what the impact it has, right? So I know, because we facilitate the module in Toronto, I know that there's some participants that use that module as a stepping stone in terms of their careers and are doing great things today. And some of them are enrolled in the second iteration of Extend here in edX. But one of the things I'd really like to be able to do is take them and roll back their testimonials or their ideas in the module, right? So make it kind of an iterative piece where we can see how participants have used this to build collaboration and grow their networks, right? Grow their personal learning networks. So that'd be a nice thing to kind of adding some evidence, right, to the module.
Very cool idea. So what do you, you've kind of touched on it already, but what, just in general, what do you hope people get out of it once they're done? What will they have?
I hope, man, from a very personal standpoint, I hope people grow their personal learning networks through this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it's a key takeaway from this type of a program, right? And those connections last. People evolve quickly, people change, but these connections last and they stay, and they become core to who we are. So I think one of the key things I'd like people to take away here is just to grow their personal learning networks, and not necessarily only in the spaces that, in their disciplines and stuff like that, but open it up a little bit, right? Connect with people outside of your discipline. Look at stuff happening elsewhere in other countries. There's a lot of value there. So that would be probably the key takeaway for me, that I'd like people to be able to learn about this module.
Very cool. Good idea. I think it's kind of fun and cool about Extend is that we've been collaborating this whole time, and now we're like just going to crank it up, right, in this module.
Yeah, and I feel that's the great thing about technology today, right? It just augments our capacity to do this, right? So, and Extend is just one of the pieces that can kind of show us the way in terms of how to do this, and just start us off connecting with a couple of people and then growing it, right? So that's one of the great things. And I mean, there's a technology module and a teacher for learning module, and collaboration is kind of key to all of that, right? So, so I feel like it's a foundational block of professional learning and of improving our practice.
And it's been pretty telling, like just in the way the way people are interacting in edX right now, they're really seeking to make those contacts. And when we polled them about like what they wanted mainly to get out of the experience, I mean, it was like triple the number of people who wanted the badges, really wanted to extend their PLN. Yeah,
no, definitely. And I mean, it's just, I mean, my take on the PLN is the fact that it kind of changes you, right? It has a profound impact on who we are when you start connecting with people and understanding what other people are living, or catching on ideas that other people are having. It kind of changes who you are, right? So, and to me, that's the beautiful thing about it, is it's the ability that is just augmented by technology, and feels like I'm even more human because I have those connections with others and kind of can understand other perspectives. So it's about, I mean, I understand that Extend is more faculty focused, or not faculty focused, educator focused, but to me, there's a larger umbrella as well there.
Absolutely. Well, we're recording this we're still in the polar vortex, the deep freeze. We hope when you're watching this, everybody, that it's a little bit nicer out. Thanks for doing this, Michel.
Well, I mean, I'm happy. I'm going next week into I think Alan's old stomping grounds. I'm going to Arizona next week. So. Oh,
nice.
Yeah.
Can I come?
Escaping this cold snap here and trying to enjoy a bit of warm weather.
Smart.
That's great. Well, thanks again.
Hey, great guys. Thanks.
See you in the MOOC.
All right, cool.